Hello and welcome everyone to another video about neuroradiology. Today we are going to talk about the subarachnoid hemorrhage. So let's get started. First, where the subarachnoid hemorrhage is located is of course located in the subarachnoid space, occurs in the subarachnoid space obviously. What are the causes? Maybe secondary to trauma or rupture of an aneurysm. However, the rupture of an aneurysm, it's not the most common cause for subarachnoid hemorrhage. The most common cause is trauma. Trauma is the most common cause of subarachnoid hemorrhage, not ruptured aneurysm. It's quite rare. What about the CT findings? Well, on the CT findings, before we dive into the pictures, we are going to talk about it theoretically. Areas of hyperdensity within the cisterns and the sulci. This is the first thing. In the sulci and the cisterns, there will be areas of hyperdensity. The second thing is it could produce a post-traumatic communicating hydrocephalus. So not only blood, but hydrocephalus, accumulation of fluid as a result of that in the cranial cavity. Okay, something important before we dive into the picture is this note right here. The dilation of the temporal horn is a subtle clue for a subarachnoid hemorrhage. So whenever you're taking a look at a CT scan, take a look at the temporal horns, and whenever you see them dilated, put into your account that this might be a subarachnoid hemorrhage, even if you didn't see areas of hyperdensity of the cisterns and the sulci. Just put into your account that it might be subarachnoid hemorrhage because it takes time for the CT to look hyperdense, because even after the hemorrhage, if the hemorrhage is acute, it will not appear on the CT scan. It might need some time to appear. So the gold standard here is to take a look at the dilatation of the temporal horns and temporal horns on the CT scan. So yeah, let's dive into these two pictures. So the first picture on the left side, it shows us the hyperdense areas. The hyperdense areas, however, are located in the interhemispheric fissure right here. You can see it's hyperdense, and also it's located in the bilateral cortical sulci, this one and this one and this one and this one, obviously, as you can see. Okay, and also the basilar cisterns on the picture on the right side. These are the basilar cisterns on the picture on the right side. Now, how you know that these are the basilar cisterns? Well, if you watched my first video when I talked about the brain CT scan, I told you that we can identify which level we are in by looking to the structures around here. So when you take a look at this picture on the left, on the right side, you can see that here we have the two eyeballs, and in the middle we have what? We have the carpiform plate of ethmoid. Now the carpiform, at the level where we can see the carpiform plate of ethmoid, we can see the cisterns as well. And we can look now to these cisterns right here, and we can see that they are hyperdense. So that's why this is an indication of what? This is an indication of subarachnoidal hemorrhage in the basilar cisterns. And also we can see here here we can see the Sylvian fissures as well, and they are also hyperdense. And all these things are actually an indication for subarachnoidal hemorrhage. Really, the most important thing is to see hyperdense lines in the sulci and the fissures of the fissures between the lobes of the brain, okay, of the brain on the CT scan, enhanced after a period of time. So that's all for this video. I hope that it was helpful. Please, if you like this, if you like it, smash the like button below, and hit the subscribe button for more videos. Thank you so much, and goodbye.